Hi there guys and girls. I thought I'd finally talk about the next Mortal Kombat Conquest episode. Mortal Kombat Conquest Cold Reality. It's been a while since I've done a Mortal Kombat Conquest review. I did the first two episodes, and as I already mentioned, I'm planning to review them all eventually. The reason I took a big break, other than moving and things like that, is after I did the first two, I didn't think the reaction was that good from you guys. I don't know. At first, I got a lot of messages to review Mortal Kombat Conquest and Defenders of the Realm and things like that. So I thought if I spread them out, do each episode, you get my full opinion, you know. But I don't think the views were very good when I did the first and second one. Maybe the videos were too long. I know some of you don't like it when I make the videos long. So I've taken a bit of a break, excuse me, until now. And I thought, well, you know, I can't do any reviews yet because I still got to buy some things, cables and things. But I can give you my I can do a Mortal Kombat Conquest review because I can just film this, and I've got footage on the computer, so I don't really need cables going from the Xbox over to the PC. So, all right. So I thought I'd talk about that. Now, this episode happens to be one of the best episodes of Mortal Kombat Conquest. For a start, you got Subzero in it. So when you bring in the big characters like Scorpion or Subzero, fans like me get excited. But you know, the show then has to do it justice. They have to do it correctly. And the thing that's great about this is you see him becoming Subzero. That's what's really exciting. And you can see, you know, him doing the training, and you see the Lin Kai Grandmasters, and there's a bit of over commentary, talking, you know, saying, you know,
the time has come.
He's rare, one of a kind, blah blah blah, all these things. And then you see him, he drops the hot coals on his back, and then he's got fire and ice, and the painted one mirroring the other. It's really well written. And the thing that I loved about this episode was, like, up to that point, I thought it was all going to be about Sub-Zero versus the good guys. But then, just to throw a wild card in, they have Tsung, Asian writing appears in flames in the Lin Kuei compound. And then they react by saying, "Oh, fuck, Tsung," and they all bow. And I thought that was really cool. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Because Tsung was already a cool character, and that upped his level on my scale anyway. Now, I know a lot of you... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I just ate, so... a lot of you didn't like it in the first Mortal Kombat movie. When Scorpion and Sub-Zero came out, Shang Tsung says, "Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the deadliest of enemies, but slaves under my power." I know a lot of you didn't like that. You thought, hang on, wait. Scorpion and Sub-Zero would never be slaves for Shang Tsung. In the game, Sub-Zero is hired to assassinate Shang Tsung, and Scorpion's out for revenge on Sub-Zero. And, you know, it doesn't seem to make sense. However, if you guys watched the clip from The Journey Begins, which you can see coming up in a second, it explains all that. And it shows how Shang Tsung, you know, they didn't say it in the movie, but they said it in The Journey Begins, or they wrote that, they filled that gap in. Shang Tsung uses his craftiness to play on people, to manipulate Scorpion to help Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero is already working for Shang Tsung. It's like, Shang Tsung hired Sub-Zero, sort of backwards. Which I guess you could say too, but it explains the whole Scorpion thing, teaming up with Sub-Zero, which I like. Now back to MK Conquest. I think it's just good because you don't just have one villain now; you have two, and you know it gives you more questions. You don't know where the show's going, so it works very well that way. And then you've got the other parts of this show, the special effects, the fight scenes. They're actually really good in this episode. Seeing the Lin Kuei fight and seeing them like kill themselves and seeing Sub-Zero finally come in at the end is really cool. And I'm going to show you guys a few of my favourite parts now from the show, so you guys can hear my opinions on what I believe are the key points for this episode. So sit back and enjoy Mortal Kombat Conquest Cold Reality review.
I mean, it sounded like a good idea at the temple.
I guess the first part I should talk about is their arrival. So they come back from the monks' village, continue straight on from the last episode. They come back from the monks' village back to Juzin, and they decide that they're going to live in the trading post because Jen gave them the key. But before they get there, they stop and have a chat by the lake about, you know, Zero and Charge and say, you know what you got to do, you know your destiny, blah blah blah. And then Kung Lao says, but do I? You know, I've got to. I know about Mortal Kombat, but now I have to tell other people about it, make them believe. Now, if it was a true thing, if Mortal Kombat was a true thing, the Mortal Kombat tournament, imagine it was real in real life, and you had to recruit some guy, and you had to say, it's real, man. You know, there's another world out there, Outworld. And there's a tournament that decides the fate of humanity, you know, you'd have a tough time. So, if you think of it like that, you can relate to the character. And then, you know, they sort of just wrap up and move along. Then, Tarja opens the door, and Zero and Kung Lao go and get some stuff, you know, and, she's attacked. And then she has second thoughts on becoming a team member, which is probably smart, you know, because I talked about in the last episode, the last review of the review before, that's going to haunt Kung Lao, that he can't protect his friends. They're just as much at risk as he is, and this is one of the first or second instances of this. If she had left, she would have been safe, you know, but as you know, she stays with the group, and that was not to be. So then you basically got, you know, Zero and Kung Lao come back, and there's a big fight with the Lin Kuei, who they obviously win, and the Lin Kuei guy kills himself, which is cool. Then Kung Lao and Zero identify, they know who Lin Kuei is and that, and Kung Lao goes to talk to Raiden about the Lin Kuei attacking. And Raiden just blows him off, just doesn't give a shit, you know, which is a great scene, because Raiden comes at the end, which is one of my favourite parts. Yeah, so the show travels on like that, and then basically, you know, they get attacked again after learning. You hear about another plot. Within this episode, when we cut back to Shang Tsung, we cut back to the bad guy Shang Tsung talking to Vorpax, we hear about this, we hear the start of the story, and then he speaks to the Lin Kuei guys later. Shang Tsung pulled out the portal, you know, that's a really cool scene. And then he tells him what's at stake, and it's all about this crystal. You know, what the fuck's a crystal, you know? And Zero follows the Lin Kuei, you know, to their compound, and he sees Subzero announced at the compound. And then Sub-Zero is unleashed to go and get the crystal, or to attack them all to get the crystal, blah blah blah, you know, and that's when the fun happens. So basically, I'm going to show you those clips now. Yeah, and then I'll wrap this little review up at the end. I'm trying to keep this shorter, so I'm just trying to work out everything in my head. I don't have any script, as you guys know. I just talk, so that's why sometimes I just go, Yeah, so yeah, I'll show you guys some clips, and may talk over the top, so you can check out my comments of what's going on. So let's check those out, and I'll be back soon to wrap this up.
There you are! We found it! Whatever it is!
Forget about that.
Are you kidding me? This thing's powerful.
You want power? I found the Lin Kuei, but they're coming back. How many are they sending? Who cares? As long as it all sent. Him. Watch out! Get the crystal! Destroying the ice hurts him. It weakens him. Spit it out then. Right. Make him do it.
Alrighty, so I guess I should talk about this final scene, which I think is, which was a great way to wrap up the episode. You got a few things happening here. After all that excitement happens and Subzero runs away back to Lin Kuei, they're all talking, Raiden and the good guys, and they mention the crystal. And then Raiden's like, "Crystal? What's this about the crystal?" And he knows straight away about this item, this artifact, you know. And yeah, he even says, "Is it small dark red?" You know.
Small
and they say,
dark red?
Yes. And then he says, "Give it to me," because if he, as soon as he got it, he would destroy it. And then Kung Lao argues because Raiden wouldn't listen to him earlier, told him he had to think for himself. And then Raiden explains the risks on this thing. You know, if Shang Tsung got it or Shao Kahn, you know, it would be over. And Kung Lao decides to keep it, which I think is cool.
Yes, you twist it, you say the words, and you go there.
The item itself, the crystal, I really like the idea of it. It allows anyone to open a portal, no rules. So screw the Mortal Kombat tournament. All you have to do is twist it and march an army into Earthrealm. You know, that's what Raiden's talking about. You know, Shang Tsung or Shao Kahn got it. You know, it would be disastrous. And Kung Lao keeps it, and then even the Lin Kuei talk about it. You know, Subzero says, "Send me back." You know, that shows his determination of a character. And then the Lin Kuei Grandmaster says, "There's no point. You know, Raiden's going to destroy the crystal."
Send me back, Master. I wish to try again.
And he says, "You know, that time will come again," and everything. And then you got that shot at the end of Sub-Zero staring down at them, and it's such a good way to end the episode. So this episode of MK Conquest is definitely one of the top ones. I mean, I haven't really prioritized them in my head. I'd say like this one and the one the Serpent in the Ice, Quan Chi, Unholy Alliance, The Master. They're probably like some of my favorite episodes. But Cold Reality, it's done really well. I like the fights, the effects, and all the story points that I just talked about make it a really good story. I think it's really what sort of sealed it for me as being a fan of the show. Like when I watched the first 2 episodes, I liked it, but I was still like, you know, I don't know. But when I saw what Shang Tsung was capable of, and Sub-Zero, and Raiden, and you seeing the Grandmaster dudes and everything, I saw them putting a lot of work into it, and I thought, this is now going somewhere. This is actually pretty sweet. So, you know, from here on up, the show was pretty great. There's some episodes that are still a bit, you know, I think they dragged out a lot of the stuff with Reptile a bit. I liked it more independent. Like Quan Chi was only in, he was in a lot of episodes, I guess. But like he wasn't there all the time, you know, he had his main episode, then he was sort of just background character, whereas Reptile was in the later episodes in it a lot, you know. But it made sense, the story worked and everything, I don't know. I just like it when they don't overuse the character. So anyway, thanks for watching my views on Mortal Kombat Conquest Cold Reality. I'll see you guys soon for the next TMK video review. Peace.